As a first-time Kindle buyer, I decided to go all in and purchase the newest Kindle available. This year, I purchased the Kindle Oasis 2019 model. Now, the Kindle Oasis that I bought falls under the 10th generation of Kindles. It goes alongside the Kindle Paperwhite as well as the regular Kindle Basic model. And the Kindle Oasis is the highest of the three models, starting at $249. Now, to make things confusing, Amazon decided to sell the Oasis in a few different tiers. The very basic $249 model actually has something called special offers. And that's their code way of saying that when your Kindle is in sleep mode, it'll have ads on the screensaver. And if you don't want to have the ads, you have to buy the Kindle version without special offers, which starts at $269, not $249. One really important thing to note is there's no difference in functionality between the two models besides the fact that you'll be seeing ads when your Kindle is in sleep mode. Now, one cool thing that I found is if you travel a lot, Amazon sells a version of the Oasis that has cellular connectivity built in. And it's basically, if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, say you're on the road and you're traveling a lot, you can still have the ability to download books if you purchase this model. It does cost a whopping $349, so $100 more than the basic model, but it's really great for people who travel a lot, no worrying about Wi-Fi or anything like that. Now, there are also two different storage capacities to choose from, 8 gigabytes and 32 gigabytes, and honestly, most people will be fine with 8 gigs. This is enough to hold thousands of books on your Kindle, but the only difference really comes into play is for audiobooks. The 8 gigabyte model is only able to hold up to 35 audiobooks, whereas 32 gigs will hold over 160 audiobooks. So just keep that in mind. If you're an audiobook person, the higher model for $30 more may be worth it for you. When I got the Kindle in the mail, I was really surprised with how thin the packaging was. It really felt like I was getting like a paper booklet in the package and not a tech product. And the box itself is super thin and there's really not that much in it. Inside the box, you're going to find the Kindle itself, you'll find a little bit of paperwork and also a USB charging cable. The only thing is there's no AC power adapter, so you have to use your own charging brick in the wall or plug in the Kindle to your computer to charge it. Now, right off the bat, my biggest complaint about this Kindle is the fact that it uses a micro USB connector. This Kindle is only a year old and anything from the year 2019 should have a USB-C connection. You'll have to use a micro USB cable to charge your Kindle. Now, on the flip side of that though, one reason why I chose the Oasis model is because of the high build quality. It has a metal casing, whereas the other Kindle models are all plastic. The metal casing just makes it feel so much nicer to hold. But again, you pay for that extra build quality, so the price is higher because of that. In terms of design here, the Kindle Oasis is very minimal. On the top of the Kindle, you'll see a power button for sleeping and waking. On the front are 2 page turn buttons, which again is exclusive to the Oasis model. And on the bottom of the Kindle is a charging port with a micro USB port. And it has also a little LED light to let you know if it's charging or the battery is dead. Turning the Kindle on for the first time was very straightforward. You just choose your language, connect to Wi-Fi, and also log into your Amazon account. And one pleasant surprise that I had was typing on the on-screen keyboard was actually very, very pleasant. I was really worried that it'd be a laggy experience. I've never used a Kindle screen before, but honestly, it was just like typing on an iPad or an iPhone. There is a slight difference in terms of lag, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it would be, so I was very pleasantly surprised about the keyboard. During the setup process, it'll ask you a few other questions as well, like setting up a Goodreads account, which is like a social media website for reading. I did this initially, but I got really tired of all the suggestions that were coming up everywhere and all the emails, so I turned that off pretty quickly after setting it up. If you're getting a Kindle, I strongly suggest that you go into the settings and play around with a few of the preferences here. It's very cleanly laid out. You could probably figure out a lot of it just by reading the descriptions, but one suggestion that I have is I turned off the home screen view, and what this did was it turned off a lot of the suggestions and recommendations that were coming up on my home screen. I just wanted to see my library and my downloaded books, nothing else, so turning off this one feature right away really made the home screen much more to my preference. Now, one of the best things about the Kindle Oasis is a 7-inch anti-glare display. This is a full 1 inch bigger than both the Kindle Paperwhite and the regular Kindle. Just like the Paperwhite model, this Kindle also has a 300 ppi screen, which means the text is super clean and crisp to read. It's a really nice HD screen, but one thing that makes this stand apart from the other models is the lighting features inside the Kindle display. The Oasis model has 25 LEDs for backlight, whereas the Paperwhite model only has 5 and the basic Kindle only has 4. So right away you see a big difference in lighting here for the backlight display. This model also has ambient light sensors, so it actually adjusts the lighting automatically for you. And this is something that I really wanted. I didn't want to worry about having to adjust my brightness every time I moved around the house. This does it automatically with the built-in sensors, just like my phone does. Another unique feature to the Oasis model here is the first Kindle that has the built-in adjustable warm lighting. So like your phone, if you use the night shift feature on your phone display settings, the sunrise and sunset, the display will come a little orange tint to it. It's a little easier on the eyes, and this Kindle supports that too. So it's automatically built in. I have it set for sunrise and sunset. And again, just one small feature that I really, really appreciate. It's all automatic. I don't have to worry about it. And it's the only Kindle right now that has the adjustable warm light. So if you find that to be useful when you're reading at night, this is a must-have feature for that. Another cool thing about the Kindle Oasis is that there's a built-in accelerometer. What this means is you can actually hold the Kindle in either hand and the screen will rotate automatically for you. For whatever reason though, I found that you can't change it to the horizontal position automatically. You can do it in the settings, but you can't do it automatically. So if you hold it left or right, it'll flip the screen by itself automatically. But if you want to hold it in the horizontal position, you have to change the orientation in the settings. Holding the Kindle in your hand was a very interesting experience for me. It took me a long time, about a week or so, to get used to holding it in my hand. And what I found was the first week I was getting a lot of strain in my wrist. And that's because the design of the Kindle is just so different than anything else I've held in my hand before. It's a display with a hump on the right side, so it's very side heavy, and that's meant for the ergonomics of the Kindle, but it's not something you're used to holding, and it does work very well. But after a week or so, my wrist has adjusted to it, and I'm feeling much better now about holding the Kindle. I also put it in my lap sometimes, so I'm not holding it all the time, but definitely it took me some getting used to holding this thing. It's a very interesting design with the hump. Another unique thing about the Oasis model here are the page turn buttons. And as an outsider to the Kindle world, I really thought these buttons would be something that I really, really needed. And I was really surprised that the Oasis was the only one that had the buttons. I was really scared of having a Kindle that only had touchscreen and no buttons. But to my surprise, again, I actually really enjoy the touchscreen for page turning as well. The buttons are really nice to have, but I think I've changed my opinion on needing them as a requirement. So if you want to get the paperweight, you'll be fine with that for page turning. The buttons are nice, but by no means are they something you have to have. But the one benefit of having buttons here is there's a feature on the Oasis here where you can lock the touchscreen. So if you want to hold the Kindle in a unique way with your thumb on the touchscreen and you don't want to accidentally change pages, you can lock the whole touchscreen while you're reading and use the button to turn pages. The screensaver on the Kindle is very interesting. Every time you lock the Kindle, it'll display a nice little clean image of some sort. I don't know if there's a way to customize these images. The ones that come built in are pretty nice, and they say that they don't take up any battery life. In terms of battery life, the Kindle battery life has actually been really great for me. It's lasted me a full week so far without charging it, and it does let you know when the battery's low, and you can charge it back up with your computer if you want to through USB in about an hour or so. So it was really nice. It charges up pretty quickly. A quick tip that I haven't tried yet personally though is if you turn airplane mode on and turn the Wi-Fi off, it'll last you even longer. And lastly, after I bought my Kindle, I quickly realized that I wanted to get a case for it. It's very similar to your phone. You can use your phone without a case, but I felt much more comfortable throwing it around and just having a better grip on it with a case. I also got one with a cover on top so I could put it into a standing mode, and I could also close it and it'll automatically go to sleep. I'll leave a link for this case down below. Overall, I have to say I am very happy with the Oasis model here. You are paying a premium for a higher end Kindle version, but in return, you are getting a lot of value. You're getting a high quality build in the casing of the Kindle. You're getting a larger display. You're getting a brighter display. You're getting a warm light adjustable screen. You're getting the ambient sensors. You're getting the accelerometer for rotation and the page turn button. So for all of those features that I just listed, it does add up to a much nicer user experience. Now, as I've said, I'm a first-time Kindle user, and I'll be making a second video here to talk about how I like reading on a Kindle versus reading on physical books. And that's the video I'll be talking about all the features of the Kindle that I've really been enjoying. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Kindle or anything about the Oasis model, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll see you guys next time.